person you were today? Would one specific person come into mind? If so, you know that person is always there for anything, through thick and thin, and always seems to know the right things to say. For me, that person is my papa, also known as Warner Carlisle, sitting here front and center. Some people know him as Tiny. He is very hardworking, caring, and God-fearing. He worked two jobs as me growing up as a child. His day job was working out at the county. He drove one of those dump trucks, kind of like the get rid of it trailers. And his second side job was working out at the Mahoney Farm off of 167. He is such a hard worker. In between working those two jobs, he always keeps his yard tip-top shape. You never see his grass knee-high unless it's a special occasion for Easter to hide the Easter eggs. That's about the only time I can ever recall the grass being high. He also has the house that was actually his grandmother's that he grew up in, and he always takes time to take care of that as well. Another one of his hobbies is firewood. Anytime there's a tornado or a storm with straight line winds or anything, he's always the person somebody calls. Or if there's a tree leaning, he's the man for the job. And he does not mind and won't say anything about it. He's just happy he could be needed and could go visit with somebody. That's just how he is. And this is a picture of him. This is the perfect picture. This is my papa. Anybody that knows, this is him to a T. That is him out on the farm with the tractor. His personality is one of a kind. He will give you the shirt off his back if it's literally the last one that he has. My grandparents got married on April 5th in 1986. This is a picture of them on their wedding. They weren't able to have kids, so they truly had an open door policy. They raised and took in more kids than I can count, whether it was just for a few days or years. They raised my mama's two nieces, and then they took in my mom while she was at high school, and the rest is history. That's how I got my papa. And this is them. This right here is Johnette. This is Mandy. This is Mama, little baby face. That's my mom, and then that's my papa, or Warner, as most of y'all know him. He is the glue to our family, if you ask me. He always knows the right things to say. He just is always there, shoulder to cry on, or even if you need someone to go eat with, it's just a phone call away, or just right down the street in our case, because we don't live very far from him. My papa has always been a child of God. When I was younger, I always got picked on for my hands and my feet, and my papa was the only one that could make me feel better about it. He would always tell me, you were perfectly handcrafted by God. He made you exactly how he wants you to be, and those other kids are just jealous that they don't have hands like yours. I stayed with him anytime I was out of school. He would walk through the yard, and if he stopped, I was not paying attention, and I would run smack into his honey, just because I was that close on his heels. We always went to church together growing up, and if I wasn't with him already on the weekends, I would run over there and sit with him on the pew, just because he was my idol, he was my hero, still is to this day, and I just loved being around him, and he was my person. And these are pictures of us from our wedding. My most favorite thing about my papa is he never judges anyone. Working out at the county, he would have inmates that would work with him in the truck, and he treated them just like any other person. He did not care that they were in prison or what they had done or anything like that. If they were good hard workers and pulled their part, he would drive them and get them lunch just like he would any other person. To say that his personality and his faithfulness and his work ethic is one of a kind would be an understatement. But now that I have told you about those things, and to still have him here today, you can obviously say that's a blessing.
Amen.